And there's dead money, which gives me another boost to my level cap. Oh, let me go ahead and equip something here. Go with the laser pistol for right now. Alright. So hey, there's that metal guy Victor who pulled us out. Let's go talk to him.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle? Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy. Happy trails!
Alright, thanks, Victor.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though. If you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say. Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now, we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. Nah. Means I've poked through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out. Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Good Springs and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them. The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. The machine? harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something.
Excuse
But
me.
I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
Well,
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
thanks, Easy Pete, for all that info. It was a lot.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Okay. Alright. So we'll get to our thieving ways once we leave the town of Good Springs. And start, going other places. Or when there's something worth stealing. So far there hasn't really been anything worth taking the risk for, or thieving in general, but I will take all this sunset sarsaparilla, because there's a lot of it, and it gives you health with no rads, which makes it one of the best food items you can readily get at the beginning of the game, I think. I don't know. Workbenches, yeah, I can make stuff here. Probably not much right now. What are you? Oh, nothing. Okay.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
No. Oh, there. Okay.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim.
So this is the
Nice shot.
shooting
Well, that's a start,
tutorial, obviously.
But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Alright. So we got a new rifle now. And we're going to follow Sunny to where the geckos are so we can do some gecko shooting. She's got a real stuttery run going here. I don't know if that's just the game or the recording or what, but... Dang it, Cheyenne. One of these days, a game will get this bit where you have to follow somebody right so that it's not a pain in the ass to do it.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. Okay, you're on. Go give them hell.
Oh, there it is. Alright. Take all that gecko stuff. So, if you've ever played a Fallout game before, one of the big features that they have is the VATS system, which is what I just did there, what I'm just going to do here, where you kind of zoom in on a target and it highlights all the different parts, so you can choose what you want to try and hit. You can actually switch targets while in VATS. It shows you your percentage, how likely you are to hit. You select it however many times you want to shoot it, as long as you have the AP for it, and then your character will do the shooting. You can also just aim and shoot as per usual. So the first gecko I used VATS on, the second gecko I just aimed and shot at as per usual. Standard shooter fare. You know, right click brings up the iron sights, left click shoots. So.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Sure, I'll come with you. You'll give me some money for it.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Oh, right in the eyeball. So I guess, fairly unsurprisingly, Sunny, as the tutorial lady, is not the best shot. But that's not really her job. So, you know. Let's see. We should have... yeah, a couple more over here. Harassing this poor woman. Well, I'll take that, I'll take that, and I'll take that. Thanks. Go check these boxes over here. Vandaglu. And I can finally get out of this dumb vault jumpsuit. It gives me +2 to melee weapons and +2 to speech, but my speech is already good enough. Change into this so I look like a real person. Now look at us. We look like Doc. Haha.
Ah, hell's bells. There's not a day passes by I don't tell people not to come here by themselves. Some people, your word just isn't good enough for them. Then this happens. Well, it's a part of life out here. Best to accept it. But you did what you promised. Staying out here with me. Here's my end of the deal. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested? Alright then.
Let's keep tutorializing.
To get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Alright, time to go hunt stuff down. So, as with most big old RPGs, you can see that there's a compass down in the bottom left corner of the screen. That compass corresponds to, of course, the map. And the big arrows on it will guide us in the direction of where the quest is supposed to be. So we need to go get a couple things. One thing from the cemetery here, and then one thing from there, which I'm assuming is by the school, so that we can learn how to cook stuff. So let's be on our way. This one I think is a little bit closer, so we'll head to that one first. Mean green gecko slaying machine. Oh, also, I just remembered one of the first rules of Fallout, right? Save early, save often. So let's go ahead and save. I think I should figure out real quick what the autosave button is. Quick save, F5. Alright, good. So that way I can just hit that instead of having to open up the menu every time. Because I am playing with the a modified patched version, so it should be much more stable. It should be much less likely to crash. But New Vegas, one of the reasons I never really got into it when it came out, is New Vegas is notoriously buggy. And is known for crashing on the regular. So I want to make sure that I'm saving often, so if the game does decide to crash, I don't lose that much progress. Mantheads! So again, there's the vats. And naturally, if you kill something before, it uses all the AP that you would have spent on it, then it doesn't take the AP from you. You get it right back. So, all right, what am I looking for over here again? Brock flower and a xanther root. Ah, there's the xanther root. Okay. So there's that done. Now I need to go get a Brock flower. Should be out this way. Grab some magazines. I believe if I go into items now, under 8, I should be able to find Salesman Weekly, which gives me an automatic +10 to barter, and then Milsurp Review, which gives me a +10 to guns. And now if I go to stats and look at skills, my barter is now at 37, my guns is now at 25. Yay. Getting better all the time. Turpentine. I don't want turpentine. Take the cap, though. Also, I guess if you've never played Fallout before, this kind of ties back into the conversation, or what I was saying earlier with regards to the VAT system. Like, if you've never played Fallout before, you probably aren't familiar with the VAT system. If you've never played Fallout before, you're probably also not necessarily familiar with the currency that they use in the game, which is bottle caps. Oh, come now, that should have hit it. Oh, okay, so those magazines only work for a little while. Good to know. Oh well, not a big loss there. Anyway, bottle caps is the currency. So if you find caps, then you find money. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff up here apparently that don't like me. Is it more scorpions? Oh, it's bloatflies. Yes, I'm aware that my weapon is in poor condition. Wow, oh my goodness, what the hell was that? Ah! Jesus. Satan is real. He is a bloatfly. Good lord, what the fuck happened there? Alright, well, I think that guy is, he bugged. Ah, he's back. He's getting bigger. Jesus, this game. There we go. And I came up here to get some flowers. Oh, did I find it again? Yeah, it's still here. But it's also, you know, buried in the ground. So it's not necessarily a threat to me right now. Lord. Alright. Just go ahead and save right quick. What with the crazy bloatfly being in existence and all. Go back to Sunny. Boy, it would be nice if you could move a little bit faster in this game, huh? It does give you the option to just hit Q. And then you'll just kind of walk in a straight line until you tell it otherwise. So at least I don't have to hold down W for this. So my gun is getting dangerously close to being unusable. Thankfully I have a bunch of other guns that I can use, but I will need to repair this one at some point. Oh, okay. I know where I am now. Or what that is now. rather. And we're back.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. Alright now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Oh, sorry, had a sneeze come on there. So I figured I'd mute myself rather than exploding your eardrums. So there is crafting in this as well, I guess, and one of the things you can craft is stuff like healing powder, which does not like it when you roll over that. Anyway, we'll make one of those.
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
I'll go say hi to Trudy, I guess. Game does not allow you to pet the doggo. That's a shame.